Well, first, straight out of high school. That was in 2023. I ended my high school in 2023. In 2024, life really came through to me. I was a head boy in 2023 in my school. I was very, happy. I think everything was gonna go well for me. Like, after high school, going straight to university, I'm gonna go study law, politics, philosophy, sociology, all of those kind of things that were gonna, drive me and push me. All of those things were in alignment with where I wanted to go. My dream, becoming someday a president, someday the leader of the African Union, which I still think is very possible for me. But I don't think the route that life gave me is the one that I had in mind. However, there is a story to learn from all of this, because today I'm here and I've worked hard, very confidently, to be where I am now, recording this video. In 2023, out of high school, I worked in construction for about a year. And not that the job was bad. Yes, the job was bad, but the conditions were bad. However, the earning was somehow somewhat okay for me, because I have no responsibilities, I don't pay rent and all that other stuff. But as I was working there was this other guy from Mozambique. I shall not mention his name though. But and a whole lot of bunch of guys from different nationalities as well, same as here. I was working with these guys for a while now. So now I got comfortable enough to ask them questions. Then I asked this other guy how long he's been working in this industry. He said he started working around 2015. This was 2023 when I asked him this. And then he said it is from 2015 until now. And I was like, oh, then how come are you still in the same position that you're in now? Mind you, I just came out of high school. I have no understanding or sort of how the real world actually works. And I'm there. And then this man, after he told me from 2015 to 2023 he was still working there. And then I asked him about the money that he gets, like his salary and stuff. His salary was quite okay, but with the work that he was producing and the skills that he had, I still think he was underpaid. Now mind you, in my mind, I'm full of with legislative things, laws, all of that kind of nonsense. That how I think the world is supposed to work, like how I think the world is supposed to move like. So of course, all I see in this environment is red flags after red flags. Toxic environment. This was a masculine toxic environment. The man that I was actually working for, he was almost like a tyranny, I hated the job though. I hated it. Hated working every single day to go to work. Nevertheless, I still went. But the point is, as I was talking to this man, I came to realize that he was bitten to a palm. Like he was in his mindset was almost systemized that as a black man or as an African man, you have to work and to rely on a salary for a living. Despite of what you want to do in life, your happiness, your life as well, like all of this, just forget about it and just work. That did not sit well with me. I was like, no, this is not something that I really want to be stuck into. The mindset that he had. Even though I tried to speak some sense into him, they always saw me as the naive kid that just came out of high school. The one that, you know too much, you just too much of laws, too much of that, too much of this and that. And I asked him what was wrong with that. And then he said that due to circumstances, like where he's from, the political issues in his country, all of those things kind of prevented him, to become what he actually wanted to be in life. But I realized that he was uneducated. Not that I am, but the way he spoke, he sounded uneducated. Fast forward, I left the job because I just couldn't handle staying in one place for that long, and I move on. Fast forward this year, now I'm working at a farm. I'm still stuck with the same issue. I work there with men that are older than me, men with families, like above 30, some close to 50. And then I ask myself, how did they end up in this situation? How did they end up here? Like, why are you here? You have 40 years of your life to live, and yet you are here. Like, how is it possible? Like, I just can't fathom that. Like, I just can't understand how you had so many years to live and just stuck here. And all of them, I'll ask them, how did you get here? They say they got married at a young age, so now they were stuck with responsibilities. Now they have to take care of the kids, the wife, and everything. The mindset that they adopted from their parents, that as a black child or as an African man, around the age of 20 or 21, you get married, and that's how the life was gonna go. Mind you, these people just came out of liberation. We're talking about people that grew up, that were born around the struggle from colonialism. So their mindset was still shaped around the fact that you gotta go to school for you to be educated and go find work. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with going to school, getting education, and go find a job if that's what you want to do in life. If you want to work for somebody, or you want to work in a specific field, and you feel the need that you actually have to go to university and study, absolutely nothing wrong with it. My problem is that they felt it like it was mandatory, or they were told that it was mandatory for them to do that, for them to be able to succeed in life. Now when I speak to them, they say that was a false narrative that they were given, and they're almost somewhat caught up in this cycle that they can't escape anymore. Specifically, I talked to this one man. I'm going to say his name. His name is Ivan. I was talking to him just a few days ago, and as I was talking with him, I realized I said something like, "Why are you so scared about getting fired?" Because he's so uptight, If I say let's do this, I said no. What is the white man gonna say? And I realized that he has a lot to lose than what he actually can gain from all of this. And he admitted that, yes, it is true. You are in a better position than I am. I have a lot to lose because I have a family.